How you doing?
I'm doing great today.
And your name?
Betsy Cunningham.
And Betsy, what are you doing down here in McKeldin Square?
Well, we're here every Friday, Women in Black.
I'm just going to take a shot of that sign here.
Okay,
that's
please
good.
do.
All right.
Do you want to see a picture of my peace permit to be here?
Okay.
You have it?
Yeah, I want to show it to you.
Okay.
You know, like you knew it was coming. You dealt with it.
At one time, we weren't allowed to stand here. We had to go get a lawsuit going, but that's all been resolved. And this is everybody's protest permit to be down here.
Good. You read that out loud.
Actually, it's the words of the First Amendment of the Constitution.
Good.
Congress shall make no law respecting establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press. That's why you're here, right?
Good.
Or the right of the people to peaceably assemble. That's why the veterans from the occupation movement are here today. Their wave is starting. And we can also petition the government for redress of grievances. So,
give me a little history about your group here.
okay, Women in Black has been down here at this spot since December 31st, 2001. After 9/11, we wanted a way to assemble people and petition the government for peace. We felt everything was turned towards war, and now we know the surveillance that has started, the things that have happened with NASA, NSA, and CIA. So we're glad we started then. We certainly thought we'd have gone home long ago. We wouldn't be here every Friday, but here we are.
And what effect is it having? I think Iraq. Do you think the Iraq War is finally over? Or?
No, I don't think Iraq War is over at all. I think our discussion of the Iraq War is over because media just takes over and decides what we should be discussing. I don't think Iraq is over at all, and certainly we hear through emails from women and families that are suffering there. It's worse than ever. And that's one of the reasons Women in Black exists all over the world. We're not just in Baltimore. We're here because we're part of women all over the world, and we stand in solidarity together. And we also believe that until women are invited to the peace table, there's not going to be peace.
Some of the horrible consequences for our veterans. 16 to 17 veterans committing suicide every day in America.
Yeah.
I mean, that number is so shocking.
Well, we're also a place, we didn't choose this, but from where we stand, many veterans in Baltimore come through here every week. Somebody stops. This morning, just before you got here, I heard that hard story from the man.
The Vietnam veteran one.
Yeah, who was just here, and he took peace stickers, and he said, I murdered because I had to have a job. They trained me. I had to go do it. That's not who I am, but I'm not. It still bothers him that he had to do that.
And besides meeting here, some of your groups meets in other areas in the city.
Up at Roland Park Place, there's a wonderful Jerry Activists for Peace. Every week out there, they're very faithful veterans, people who lived through World War II that know war is not the answer. It's not a solution at all. If our government spent as much money pursuing peace as they spend pursuing and funding war, we would have homes, we would have education, we would have health care, we would have cures for cancer.
The estimates on the Iraq War, I've read it cost from $4 to $6 trillion on the Iraq War.
Well, I'll go with your estimate.
And I mean they're just out of this world, really.
Right. That's when people come to my door and they ask me for money for this or that. I get phone calls from University of Maryland students, because I'm an alumni of Maryland, asking me to contribute to a scholarship fund. And I asked them, I said, have you called Barbara Mikulski and Ben Cardin's office? Have you told them that you need money for books and for schooling? And so they know what your priorities are. And I'm disappointed to tell you that many young people do not know who their congressmen and senators are, congresswomen in Maryland. And I say, look, give them a call and tell them what your priority is, because they think your priority is war. They want to turn Maryland into the home of the new army for jobs. I asked them when they called me, I said, what kind of a job do you think when you're going to get out of college? Are you going to work for the military? Oh, no, I have no plans to do that. I said, well, where do you think you're going to get a job?
It's sad.
And all of these students, we're just 8 weeks away from a whole new group of students coming out of colleges and high schools. Where are these kids going to get jobs? They all want to work. I haven't met lazy students. They plan to get jobs, but they don't know where to look for them.
Quite a predicament.
And that's why I think it's so important that these young people are back here from the Occupy movement to say, we want jobs, the priorities need to be corrected, and they're calling our attention to that again. So I hope the wave, they say the wave is on until July 4th. I hope it grows and grows and grows. I hope it becomes a tsunami.
That's what we need.
That's what we need.
People have to wake up and take their power back.
Something has to get their attention. Yeah.
Well, thanks so much.
Thanks for coming down here. I thought it would be raining by now, but it's wonderful.
Your name, sir?
Oh, I'm Ian Schlackman.
And Ian, what are you doing down here at Harbor Place today?
Today I'm supporting the National Wave of Action, or International Wave of Action, I should say. It's a day internationally where we're going back to the old Occupy spaces and trying to create solidarity with wave of action happening across the nation, asking for economic change, government change, general change around the world. For every issue you could imagine that's wrong right now. You're talking horrible economy, everyone I know is being squeezed, lots of folks out there really struggling, even people with master's degrees and PhDs. You're talking horribly corrupt governments. We just had a terrible decision earlier this week. We were back down in McKeldin with what we're calling Citizens United 2. It's just absolutely egregious out there, and it's getting worse. So there's been a lot of calls internationally for a new wave of action, and we're here today to support Baltimore taking part of that international wave.
Anything else?
Oh, I'm also running for Congress in my spare time.
Oh, what district?
District 2, which is another really gerrymandered district. But we're hoping to give people an alternative on election day with Baltimore Green Party. You know, the two-party system is really failing us. I think we're seeing that not nationally, but nationally and even internationally. People are asking for totally different ways of governance, totally different ways of doing our economy. We need totally new ideas out there. I'm representing those new bold ideas.
Thanks so much, Ian.
Thanks a lot.